Namaste, dear one. Thank you for joining into this video. I'm Anabrese, and I'm here today to talk to you about overcoming sadness. So, first of all, I want to go over that I'm not talking about the sadness that might come from the loss of a loved one, and you're going through a natural grieving process, which is as we're detaching from our attachment to the physical aspect of a loved one. So I do have another video which I did go into quite a lot of detail about grieving and that process and overcoming it through a more kind of expansive unity consciousness. So I'll put the link to that below this video, and I advise you to check it out if you are going through some kind of grieving response at the moment, okay? But what I'm addressing really in this video is sadness that's just sort of there for no obvious reason. Quite often people just feel sad and they don't know why. Now, there's such a broad subject and I can't cover everything in this video, but I will do my best to share with you some of the things that I think could be helpful in overcoming that type of sadness. And this video is really for people that are wanting to do the self-inquiry and are wanting to do their own healing so that they can basically align more with their potential for this lifetime. So first of all, just accept where you are on your journey. Congratulations, you're here. And also, if you are feeling these emotions, that to accept them as well and allow them to be without any judgment whatsoever. So we're not here to judge the emotions that we experience, which is often, I think, part of the problem is that when these emotions come up, sometimes it's the problem we create is the judgment about having those emotions. So first of all, accept where you are. There are no wrong feelings, especially on the spiritual awakening path, okay? We are embracing what we are experiencing in this moment without judgment. So the emotions are merely there as indicators to let us know that, obviously we're not feeling good, and it's to help us use that self-inquiry to find out how we can align more with a perspective or a way of being that is going to make us feel better, make us feel the joy, because your birthright is joy. Your birthright is joy, and to enjoy your life. You're here to enjoy your life. And so these emotions, negative emotions that come up, are merely there to help us find out how we can bring ourselves back into alignment with our highest good, with the divine beingness that we are, the divine being of value that you are, and you're here to express something wonderful and unique in this lifetime. Because quite a lot of the time, underlying sadness and being down on ourselves is rooted in unworthiness and lack beliefs. So it's very important that we address our dominant thoughts on a day-to-day basis and where we are putting ourselves down, where we are, focused on lack instead of expansion and abundance. So have a look and see, what are you thinking about? What are you giving your attention to on a day-to-day basis that could be contributing to these feelings of sadness? And I know today we have to be very careful because as soon as we switch on the news or switch on the radio, we're going to be bombarded with all the negative stuff that's happening in this world. And there is so much positive also happening in this world, maybe even more so than the negative stuff, but that's just not getting reported. So we have to be very aware of, you know, how we're feeding our minds and our bodies every day, what information we're taking in, and in some ways be quite discerning with that. Because if we keep listening to the news and the negativity, sure enough, it's going to bring you down. It's just going to bring you down. So very important what we do with our energy and our attention on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so look at the dominant thoughts. Another cause of sadness can also be unresolved trauma that we've had in our background, in our childhood. So, again, the process of self inquiry, working with a spiritual mentor or a counselor or even a friend to work through these repressed emotions that may have come up. So that's something else that you might want to look at. And I do offer an 8-week one-to-one mentoring program with myself to look a little bit deeper into what may be specific issues that you might be going through or want to transform or look at. Okay. So there'll be details below this video about that. I'm looking to the right quite a lot. I know it's just because I do a lot of notes on my whiteboard here for videos. So the other things is addressing on a practical level is looking at our chemistry. So quite often I do notice that if we eat a lot of sugar, for example, we're going to get and caffeine, take a lot of stimulants in our diet. That can give us an initial high and then followed by a drop. So there is a whole thing to do with balancing our hormonal health, our endocrine system, and all that. So just be aware of what you're taking into your body as well, because what we're feeding our mind and our bodies on a day-to-day basis is going to be coming back out in how we produce ourselves and our productivity and creativity. So we want to just align with the best healthy diet that we can. I do suggest a plant-based diet because at this time it's good for the planet, it's good for the animals, and that's a very dear concern for me. And also, just as a side note, if we're taking in a lot of animal flesh, think about what the animals go through before they go to the slaughter, and the vibrational aspects of that are not going to contribute towards our happiness overall. That's just my supposition, so you can take or leave that as it resonates. Okay. So lifestyle things are just looking at the stress, looking at where there might be undue stress that we're adding in. Are you enjoying your work? Are you fulfilled? Is there something you can change in your environment that is going to be more uplifting? And I do suggest that you look at, creating a really nice environment for yourself as well that inspires you. So the other thing, so after you've come through, looking at the sadness, accepting it, and knowing that joy is your birthright, that you are a beloved expression of the divine creator, and that you deserve absolutely to feel that joy, and that you are a divine being of value on this earth at this time. So once we've realized all that, we're going to start the process of looking at how you can basically feed yourself those positive, inspirational thoughts if you need to every day, affirmations. You're basically replacing the old programming with new programming. But I do also recommend meditation to release old programming. You don't actually need a new programming to replace the old programming. It's just a case of dissolving and disintegrating the old programming, and then you are left with just who you are, which is your natural divine birthright of just being this beautiful being. And the joy is natural. It is natural to you once you actually release and dissolve all that is unnatural and that has been programmed, and those lack beliefs that have kept you feeling small and unworthy. Okay, so we want to get rid of all that stuff so that you can step into more of who you are and what you're here to do and what you're here to contribute to the whole as well. Because at this time on earth as well, we have incarnated to be part of this unique awakening and conscious evolution that's going on right now on this planet and is needed as well on an ecological basis. You know, the planet is calling us, calling us to respond to what's going on and the devastation that's been caused. So why should we get too consumed by our own emotions and, get wrapped up in all that? Um, as we do our own healing, we're going to also help extend that help and healing to everyone else and the planet as well. So this is why it's important to do our own healing work. So yeah, just believe in the infinite possibilities that you are, and you are this beautiful divine being. As I said, I can't cover everything in this video. I hope it's been helpful to you. And if you would like one-to-one mentoring, as I say, I do offer an 8-week course where we do a lot self-inquiry, and we transform some of the negative limited programming so that you can step into more of the creator energy and step into your own birthright as a divine being on this planet and doing what you came here to do, which is to serve and uplift the whole, as well as enjoy your own life and process. So thank you for tuning in. I'm sending you love and light, and yeah, stay well and be blessed. Thank you. Bye.